Hi, this is Gaze Planet, the podcast where two boyfriends kiki about all things K-pop. I'm Miles.
I'm Andy.
And we are recapping Boys to Planet episode 8. As in, Young Posse ate that. This is a pretty typical episode. I mean, this episode was like, here's a new round. You're going to see some performances. There's less boys. So let's go. So only the all-star kids and the two-star kids remain. One star, I think, was put to death. And this round is the position battle hosted by Jo Yuri of Eyes One fame. I don't feel like there's enough Eyes One girls on this show, so this is nice to have her. And she introduces the position battle. They do this every season. It's when they break the boys into, you can choose a vocal song, a dance song, or a rap song. And they all kind of have different rules of what you do. The dance, people have to choreograph their own number. The rappers have to write their own lyrics. And the vocalists have to arrange the song. Like, they can kind of give direction on instrumental, and vocal is unique because when they get the song sheet, it's not broken up by part 1, part 2, part 3. They have to break up the song themselves. At least this season. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen that.
They invited Mashiro back to the show and they gave her a 1 syllable.
Oh.
What do you think is the best category to go to? Or what's the one you don't want to go to?
The best category is vocal because you're trying to be a singer and this is the most like a live performance. The worst category is rap for this show. I mean, there's like outside of K-pop, Korean rap, and they're doing more of that. So the girls that are like in this stadium, or not stadium, in this large room, conference room, watching them are like not necessarily fans of Korean hip hop. And then to me, the lowest lift is the dance because everyone here can dance and you don't have to do any live vocals.
But I think the dance, it's like, okay, everyone can dance, so you have to be the best. Like, it is a really high bar that they're like, well, everybody can dance, so how can you like blow us away? I think that the show has never cared about rappers. Like, every single season, all the rappers get eliminated, and then whoever is left in the final group, like Zero Base One, they just have like Matthew rapping sometimes. In Eyes One, like they had like Yena rap. Like, it's just whoever is left over. So I'm like, I think you just don't want to go to rap. I would say if you're a rapper, go to dance. So the other way that this works, 2-star and all-stars are going to be on a team together. There's a team score of like 50,000 points if your team wins. But if you win, it's 200,000 points. So it's like one of those weird things on these shows where you're in a team, but you're competing with your teammates. So the teams are made up of all-stars and 2-stars. And the way that this works is that all the all-stars, as typical, get all the advantages in the world. They get to pick their songs first. And then they go to, these platforms. Though this is the part where Jo Yuri is Vanna White with stickers.
Standing so close to the stickers, she can't read them, so she has to read off a cue card. Which I loved that detail.
Yeah, that's crazy. All-stars get to pick their songs first. 2-stars can then approach the song that they want, and the all-star can say, yes, you can be on my team, or no, you can't. Okay, I'm going to list the songs. You can give me a toot or a boot for each song. And guys, if you don't know what toot or boot is, I can't help you.
Read a book.
Obviously, toot is good. Okay, dance, like Jenny.
Boot.
What?
It's too much like Whiplash.
Stray Kids, La La La.
Never heard of it. Neither had they.
Didn't know it. Eve, Tambourine.
Great.
Toot. Christopher, Bad.
It's going to be mopey.
Young Posse, XXL.
We're going to give a toot.
Shoot.
Shoot.
Shoot. Guys, shout out to the people on Reddit that were like, they would never do a Young Posse song. That group's not known by anyone. They're not big enough. Blah, blah, blah. Where are those people now? Okay, because the rumors were true.
I was gagged.
I was just like so happy as a teleposse. Can never
Telepussy.
My telepussy hurts. I can never say the fan names with a straight face. Only a gay face. I just was like, yes.
And it was weird that Yuri, in the introduction, she's like the black appropriating group, Young Posse, who has no business doing what they're doing. So I thought that was like an interesting detail they added.
As she tied a do-rag onto her head. Okay.
It's a scarf, okay?
Okay, vocal Queen card by Idol.
They always do this. They always have like
the Idol song.
Tomboy, and then they had Mafia in the Morning. They just do like, here's a group song, but you have to sing it. We're here for the sing. Wink. These usually win.
I mean, I think Mafia in the Morning from Girls Planet was iconic. I don't think Tomboy was from Boys Planet.
They showed many clips of it on that show.
They really tried to give it to us like it was the best thing that ever happened, but it was not. 17, Run to You.
Should have been Stacy.
Period. Lee High Breathe. Toot because it's actually a ballad.
Yeah,
it's like the only ballad.
They're going to be sitting in a high top chair for some reason with like mist.
Wearing
probably.
what color?
Ooh, it's either going to be like very washed out lavender or brown. And they're going to be at a bus stop, or there's going to be a telephone booth.
High key rose blossom.
Emblematic of the category. These are very female heavy, full round actually.
I like it. I like whenever they mix up the genders in these shows. Okay, rap Hot by One Time. I mean, we didn't know it. No one in that room knew it,
but
I looked it up, and One Time was a 1998 4-member hip hop group from YG. One of the members, Teddy.
I just feel like the rap category, like you could put anything in there. You could say Queen card and write the rap verse. And like there's a rap verses instead.
Dynamic duo Smoke. Didn't know this one. I know that name, like them. That's a good rap name. And then All Day Project Famous.
I like that song.
I like that they're doing a song that just came out. I also like that they're doing XXL while Young Posse is currently promoting Freestyle. Okay, so the next part of the show is the part that I never like how they edit this way, where we're only going to get some of the performances this week. Like we only get 3 this week, and I guess we're getting a fuck ton next week. But they still give you every single group. They show you the deliberation like really quickly, and it's all of them sitting Indian style on stairs, not looking to camera, and it's so hard to understand who's who. And you're gonna forget half of these deliberations by the time we get to next week's episode anyway. So like, I wish that they would just put, like, if Queen Card's not on this week, put the deliberation with their main storyline next week.
I think it's just to break up who's getting screen time.
I think it is too. I just don't.
It's just clunky.
Like it. It's clunky. I mean, I really wish that this show used more titles and was like, la, 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 and then put their names. Like, who, just list me real quickly who's in the group.
Yeah, the show needs more text on the screen.
I'm sad to say that it does. Like, it needs more helpful text. Like when you watch documentaries and they just have big words across the whole thing about what city you're in. And I'm like, just ground us before we jump into boys with hair in their faces.
Bent over looking sad.
The XXL team, we're going to talk about them. This is Arctic, Yoonsa, who's the baby from Loud, Jia Yang, who was like originally made all-star from the auditions because he's cute, but I actually think he's like weird and not good. And then
like fetal, not even cute.
Yeah. He's like a discount Anshin to me.
Ouch.
And then Peng Jinyu, who I usually just remember because his last name is Peng. Also, everyone has like new hair in this episode, so it's really hard. A lot of people went to black hair that didn't have black hair before. But Shinlong went to red hair because he's like, I will get in this group. Okay, the XXL team has, I think, the best storyline we've ever seen in the show.
This is a mandatory segment for the show, so we have to say something.
But the XXL team is so good. Nothing went wrong ever. So that we see them in the interim check and they get ranked first place by the Masters. And then it's all about Yoonsa, the baby from Loud. And he's like nervous. He's like, okay, if we're in first place at the interim, then knowing Mnet, we're bound to have some sort of mishap or something's going to go wrong or we're going to drop. And then the storyline is just that they're amazing and Yoonsa is waiting for the other shoe to drop and it never drops.
It falls off though.
It does fall off at the end of the performance. So I was like, this is just like funny. It's meta.
Yeah, this season is so much more meta. I mean, Mnet,
I think the show has gotten more meta as it's gone on.
Yeah, Mnet just like saying, you guys can openly complain about us and we will show that on the show.
Okay, for this performance and all the performances, I really liked the conference center that you're calling it that they were in. That the staging had the backstage and then they could come to the front stage.
Yeah.
It felt like I was watching an actual concert footage.
Oh, yeah.
I just think everything was an upgrade about these performances. Like this episode was an upgrade in the staging and then the outfits for, I would say, everyone. Like this group looked great in red and white outfits. And yes, Yoonsa loses a shoe at the very end and even his sock is red and white. Like that is a detail. His sock could have just been a plain white sock.
Yeah. Shoes are flying on the show.
Oh, and okay, I forgot to mention that they start out, it's a hamburger stand concept.
On XXL,
Yeah, it's referencing the music video, the Young Posse video. If you haven't watched it, watch it right after this. Yoonsa gets to drive up in a toy car while they play like NES chiptune music, and then they start the actual performance, which I just wrote that they smashed it. I mean, it's hard to like recap a dance performance, but like Yoonsa and Arctic really kill it. I mean, all 4 of them do, but it's just extremely entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
From the very first choreography where like one person's behind and the others like vibrate downwards.
Yeah, they did just like lots of cool things where they are like listening to what the music is doing and kind of showing what the beats are doing, not necessarily like dancing to the lyrics, which is what Young Posse would be doing.
I think this is a good song to get because Young Posse, what you're starting with is like a fun hip hop song, and Young Posse does really big movements. Like it's fun, but you can also pour so much dance into it.
Mm-hmm. No notes.
No notes. Yeah, this is. I would like want to go back and rewatch this one. This was a good one. And it really made me, I was like, because I knew Yoon Sub from watching Loud, but I couldn't quite remember like what his skill set was. I think he might have played piano on that show a little bit.
And now he's playing your heartstrings?
I mean, I still think he looks like a pumpkin, but I was like, oh shit, he can really dance. And I'm like, if you don't get into this group, which you won't, you need to call up Psy and JYP and be like, look, guys, I've got it.
She still got it.
Like I was a baby and now I still look like a baby, but I'm taller. Like, you need another boy band, right? Who would you have voted for of the four of them? Pang, Jiyoung, Arctic, Yoonsa.
Yoonsa, probably.
Yeah, I think he got the most. I really liked Arctic too.
Yeah, Arctic was good.
But
I just
got
thought
the
that it
most
looked
moments.
like you could just tell that those two were better than the other two.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the rap song of the episode, which is Hot by One Time. This was Ijung as the only Korean.
Who did not want to be in this.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't want to do rap. And then Neon, the American, Lisa Howe, the strange one from Boy Story, and then Zhong Xing, the like Ricky copy, Tyra Sanchez from Drag Race, blonde, sexy, shining forever. This is such a weird boy band that would never happen in the real world. Like these four is bonkers.
They just look physically uncomfortable next to each other.
They start at the interim and everyone is good except Ijung is bad. But Ijung's like, I'm not a rapper, guys. I'm trying. Mm-hmm. But like they kind of start from a good place. They like the other three are great at rapping and have written like nice, funny lyrics. And then it just goes downhill because Zhong Xing wants to spend more time getting everyone to memorize their lyrics. Ijung's like, I don't want to do that. I think that we should make dance formations because we have not choreographed this at all, which we agreed with.
And they're
Ijung.
saying, what are we going to do with on Saturday? So you know that they're talking about this like the week of.
And I'm like, yeah, Ijung's right because you can memorize your lyrics in bed, but you can't do the dance formations unless all four of you are here in the dance space like you currently are. I don't know if this causes Zhong Xing to walk off, but Zhong Xing tries to adore Delano himself out of the competition.
Ji-Yoon's.
Zhong Xing tries to Ji-Yoon himself from Isna. Oh my God. He tries to leave the show and like walks off and talks to the producers that he's just like doesn't want to do this.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I don't know what
Why are you
Zhong
trying to
Xing-
be in a boy group if you hate boys?
Well, I think he just hates like people. But why do you want to be like, you're going to have to live with your members 24/7 and you're not sleeping those 24/7s. You're awake.
Period.
While Lisa Howe, if you guys got in the same group, talks to you the whole time. Yeah, I don't know why Zhong Xing is here, although he is a good rapper, interestingly.
I just also don't understand why they are not making the bilingual people the leaders.
Neon should have been the leader. Okay, Zhong Xing comes back and is like, let's stop talking about me trying to leave the show because they're going to edit that part out. So no one's going to know that. And let's not talk about it now.
I thought he was saying, I don't want to talk about it because Mnet will make this the storyline.
That's how Lisa Howe translated it to Ijung. But when the subtitles we got was like, they're going to edit that part out.
I would have been like, bye. I get more screen time.
Bye, bitch.
Mwah.
Kisses. The actual performance is like goofy. Everyone's kind of striking a different chord. Like Lisa Howe has a cardboard cutout of song one. And he's like, you said I was number 0 visual in the show. And he kisses the cutout. But then Neon's like actually trying to be a proper rapper. And then Ijung.
To his detriment.
To his detriment. And then Ijung just kind of like is not a good rapper. So it's like everyone's doing their own thing. And it's kind of like a funny, clownish, goofy number.
And watching it, it feels like 4 people competing against each other and not a group.
Which again, if they leaned into that and they were like rapping in each other's faces, like show me the money style.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Ultimately, Ijung and Zhong Xing go to All-Star and Neon is in last place.
The thinnest, tallest, prettiest Korean member gets ranked number 1. We're shocked. Neon, not liked by the show, not liked by the general public.
Okay, like Jenny. Like Jenny is Hyunjun, whose mom is a dancer and he danced with Connie at his audition.
He got 1 frame on the episode.
Not filmed since that audition. Song 1, number 1 on the show. Harry June, already in a group. June Min was the star of that S-Class number. He kind of also looks like Voldemort, and he is also in a group. And then a Chinese person named Chinwei, who I have literally never seen before this moment. This whole storyline is about June Min, about him and Connie. He's not that confident at the interim, which means that you are completely dancing better than anyone I've ever known ever could, but you're looking down towards the floor. Connie calls him basically her one pick.
For the second time on the show.
Yeah. And hugs him. And she's like, you got this, baby. I used to be you. And look at me now. And then we have a lot of footage of like Junmin's room, that weird night footage camera of the boys like waking up. If I were in these rooms and being filmed all the time, I would just sleep butt naked and just get out of the bed butt naked. One time I stayed in a hostel in Greece, and this one opera singer from Austria, but originally from Venezuela, slept butt naked in his bed in a mixed gender 6 bunk bed room. And in the morning, his bed sheet had like tumbled off of him and he was sleeping on his stomach, and his just like naked booty was out.
Was it good?
I mean, honestly, I think it was.
Yeah.
But I had like had a whole,
there's just power in that.
I had like talked to him the night before, so I knew him, and I was like, this is so awkward that you're like asleep and you don't know that you're naked to like anyone in this room. So I would sleep naked for the camera time. Okay, the performance. Okay, the outfits. You think it's too whiplashy?
Yeah, I mean, I just love that they kept taking the jackets off because they clearly are like uncomfortable to wear. Like Sangwon is taking the jacket off the second the performance ends.
Well, it's probably just like plastic.
Yeah.
But it's really shiny. It's like liquid.
I mean, it's good for the camera, but can you imagine that on your elbow? Your elbow pit?
The performance starts with a post-apocalyptic female cyborg head. This really threw me off. They really did like a hard cut to this shit that we didn't know was coming. And
then they did 6 more hard cuts, so we watched that same segment 5 times.
She says, no God, no poetry, no danger, no freedom, only Jenny. And then they have to like defeat her with their dance because she like melts down later. I loved it. I love when they just take like big creative swings like this. I like this performance. I really like this. I just really like this.
Yeah, to me, this was like total solid performance. Had everything. Good people, good expressions, good dance. Just, I don't like when they wear all black. It's hard to tell, especially when it's dance.
I like when they each got their own moment. Like they broke out and then they did their own acrobatics. Except I think Sangwon and Junmin kind of like didn't. They did like a pairs.
Like, if you can.
They did like a pairs thing. But like Hyunjun and Harry Jun and Chenwi, I think, did acrobatics, especially I think Harry Jun. It was the same thing as XXL. I'm like, they were like putting on a show. I wrote down that Junmin is like born to be on the stage. Like, especially how we saw he was unconfident and like troubled in the earlier episode. But I think he's one of those performances, once he gets on and the crowd is there, it gives him like so much energy.
A Nymphia wind.
Yeah.
Do you think you could get into the group based on this episode?
Oh, yeah. This did its job where I was like, okay, Junmin, yeah. Yes. I mean, I still love Hyunjun, but he wasn't filmed. Who would you have said did the best on this stage? Because they give All-Star to Sangwon and Junmin.
I noticed that I was looking for Harry Jun even when other people were in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, ooh, I wonder what he's doing in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he reminds me of Kwon Ri, who it just seems like the other people are like, or Coco from Ease Now, where the other people are like, well, he's the best dancer.
Yeah.
He seems to be respected in that way. But given the most boring outfit of just like a black long sleeve shirt, to me, the killing part is when Harry Jun like jumps and does that crazy acrobatic flip. Like that's the coolest. That's what it's stuck in my brain from this song, is that and Sangwon's jacket.
So the jacket got the killing part, but Sangwon didn't.
Sometimes I think that the most important thing is honestly just what they dress you in, because the audience is voting and it's like, well, who can they see the best?
I mean, they're only seeing it once, so it's like, whose does their eye go to?
Yeah. Although a lot of them are probably like already fans of certain people, especially at this point in the show.
Yeah.
Like Sangwon was always going to get All-Star because he's number 1 in the show. Like that's not going to change. I think it was more of a battle for the others.
I would have just not gone to the performance category after seeing him pick that, because you know his team will probably win.
Oh, don't go to dance category.
Yeah, don't go to his
all.
category at all, especially if number 1 and number 2 are going to the same thing.
But what if I can't rap, sing, or dance, but I'm here and I also don't speak Korean?
Then you probably are just the crew. Are you handing out stickers to people?
They asked me to do that, but I do still think I'm on the show. I don't know where my name tag went.
I'm getting very little screen time, and when I do, I'm blurred and I'm in the corner. But
that's just because I slept naked and I'm still naked.
And the rest is drag. All right, guys, that's it for us.
I guess next week is just going to be like all of the other performances, which by my math is 71 performances. So get ready.
Please let the episode be less than 2.5 hours.
I can't promise that. You can follow us on Instagram at Gaze Planet Pod. Okay, we're going to leave you just off on XXL because I already own it, and everyone should be listening to Young Posse. Bye, boy.
Bye.
Buh.
아직 모자라 아무개를 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6 feet off the ground 팔이 더 크게 키워볼까 I'm about to do it